When we think about getting older, especially life after 70, many questions come to mind. How many more years will I live? Will I stay healthy? Will I remain independent? These are natural questions. And for centuries, people have wondered if there are hidden signs that can predict how long someone will live in old age. The good news is that science has made huge progress in understanding the aging process. Researchers across the world have studied millions of older adults to find patterns, behaviors, and even small habits that connect with longer life. While no one can say exactly how many years any individual has left, scientists have discovered certain clues that strongly predict longevity after 70. These clues are not magical guesses or fortune-telling. They are backed by careful studies that followed elderly people for decades. Doctors, psychologists, and health experts observe what factors help them live well into their 90s or even past 100, while others face health struggles earlier. In this script, we will explore 7 science-backed clues that reveal how long you may live after turning 70. We'll talk about the power of walking speed, the strength of your handshake, how your mood and outlook matter, the role of your memory, and even the importance of friendships. Each clue will be explained in simple words, with real-life examples and practical takeaways. So, let's begin this journey into the science of aging and discover what your body and mind can tell you about your future. Clue 1. Walking speed, the hidden clock of aging. Imagine 2 people who are both 75 years old. One walks briskly down the street, arms swinging, steady on their feet. The other shuffles slowly, taking small steps, easily tired. Both are the same age on paper, but in reality, their bodies may be telling very different stories about their health and life expectancy. Walking speed, also called gait speed, is one of the most powerful predictors of longevity in the elderly. Researchers have discovered that people who walk faster at age 70 and beyond tend to live longer than those who move slowly. Why does walking speed matter so much? Think of it this way. To walk briskly, your brain, muscles, bones, heart, and lungs all need to work together. A strong walking speed means these systems are still functioning well. On the other hand, slow walking often signals that one or more parts of the body are struggling. One large study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association found that walking speed was almost as accurate as age itself in predicting survival. For example, people over 70 who could walk about 1 meter per second or faster often live longer than expected. This doesn't mean you need to be a marathon runner at 75. But it does mean that if you can walk comfortably, keep a steady pace, and feel strong while doing it, your body is giving you a positive signal. A story comes to mind of Mr. Tanaka, a retired teacher from Japan. At 80, he still walked 2 kilometers every morning to buy groceries. His neighbors often asked why he didn't just take the bus. He would laugh and say, "My feet are my bus ticket to more years." He lived actively until 96. His simple habit of walking daily kept his body sharp and his life longer. The lesson here is clear. Pay attention to how you walk. If your walking speed is slowing, it's not something to ignore. With exercises like light walking, balance training, and leg strengthening, you can improve gait speed, which in turn improves your chances of living a longer, healthier life. Clue 2. Grip strength, the power in your hands. It may surprise you, but how firmly you can shake someone's hand says a lot about your future health. Grip strength is one of the most studied indicators of longevity after 70. Scientists use a small device called a dynamometer to measure grip strength. They found that weaker grip strength often predicts shorter lifespan, higher risk of disability, and more chances of health problems, such as heart disease. On the other hand, stronger grip strength is linked with longer life and greater independence in old age. Why would grip strength matter so much? The muscles in your hands don't work alone. They reflect overall muscle strength in your body. If your grip is weak, it may mean your muscles are shrinking, your nervous system is slowing, or your energy reserves are lower. A strong grip, however, signals that your body is still resilient and capable. Consider Mrs. Eleanor, a grandmother from Canada. At 74, her doctor tested her grip strength and noticed it was below average. Instead of ignoring it, she joined a light resistance training class. Over months, her grip improved, along with her balance and confidence. By age 85, she was still gardening, carrying heavy soil bags herself. Her doctor noted she had outlived her initial predictions by staying strong. So, when you shake hands or try opening a jar, remember, the strength in your grip is more than just about your hands. It's a clue to how long and how well you may live. Simple exercises like squeezing a stress ball, lifting light weights, or even kneading dough can help maintain grip strength well into your 80s and beyond. Clue 3. Cognitive function, the memory connection. Another powerful clue about your lifespan after 70 lies in your memory and thinking skills. Scientists call this cognitive function, and it includes remembering names, solving problems, focusing on tasks, and making decisions. Studies have shown that older adults who maintain strong cognitive function tend to live longer. On the other hand, those who experience rapid memory decline or dementia often face shorter life expectancy. This is because the brain is closely linked to overall health. When the brain struggles, it often signals that the rest of the body is also aging faster. For example, research from Harvard University followed thousands of older adults and found that those who scored higher on memory and reasoning tests in their 70s were much more likely to reach their 90s. Take the story of Mr. Rossi, an 82-year-old Italian man who loved playing chess. He said chess kept his mind young and sharp. Even in his late 80s, he could recall complex strategies and teach them to his grandchildren. His doctors noticed that his strong mental skills also matched with excellent physical health. He lived to 95, and his secret was keeping his brain as active as his body. The good news is that you can protect your memory with simple habits. Reading daily, learning new skills, solving puzzles, or even socializing with friends all keep the brain active. And the more active the brain, the more years you're likely to enjoy. Clue 4. Social connections, the lifeline of longevity. When people think about living a long life, they often focus on food, exercise, or medical care. But one of the strongest predictors of longevity after 70 has nothing to do with medicine. It has to do with people. Scientists have found again and again that strong social connections help older adults live longer. This means having close family ties, friendships, community involvement, or simply people you can call when you need help. Why does this matter? Human beings are social creatures. We are wired to connect, share, and belong. When older adults feel isolated or lonely, their risk of death rises as much as smoking or obesity. On the other hand, those who stay socially active often enjoy more years and better health. A famous Harvard study that followed people for more than 70 years found that relationships were the single strongest factor predicting happiness and long life. Not wealth, not fame, but close connections. Think of Mrs. Lee, a retired seamstress in China. After turning 72, she lost her husband and felt deeply lonely. Her daughter encouraged her to join a local dance group for elderly women. At first she hesitated, but soon she was dancing 3 times a week, laughing and making new friends. Over the years, her health improved, her mood lifted, and she lived well into her 90s. She often said, "My friends kept me alive." Science backs her story. Social connections lower stress, reduce blood pressure, strengthen the immune system, and even protect against dementia. The lesson here is simple. If you want to live longer after 70, don't shut yourself away. Keep talking. Keep sharing. Keep laughing with others. Your heart and mind will thank you with more years. Clue 5. Emotional outlook. The power of positivity. Have you ever noticed that some older people stay cheerful no matter what happens, while others grow bitter and gloomy? Scientists found that emotional outlook, your attitude toward life, can predict how long you will live after 70. Optimistic people, who expect good things and focus on the positive side of life, often live longer than pessimistic people who constantly expect the worst. Why? A positive outlook reduces stress, which in turn lowers harmful hormones like cortisol. Optimism also encourages healthier behaviors. Optimistic people are more likely to exercise, eat better, take their medications properly, and seek medical help when needed. For example, a study from Boston University showed that optimistic older adults lived 11 to 15% longer than pessimists. Optimism seemed to act like a protective shield for both mind and body. Let's look at Mr. Gomez, a farmer from Mexico. At 79, he faced many health challenges, including diabetes. But he always joked with his grandchildren, saying, "I have sugar in my blood, but sweetness in my heart." His doctors noticed he took better care of himself than many patients. He lived to 92, and his family believed his laughter and positive spirit gave him extra years. Positivity does not mean ignoring problems. It means facing difficulties with hope and resilience. Older adults who practice gratitude, laugh often, and stay hopeful not only feel better, but often live longer. So, if you're over 70, your mindset may be as important as your medicine. Clue 6. Nutrition and body weight. Fueling longevity. Food is life. What you eat after 70 can strongly predict how long you will live. Science has shown that older adults who follow balanced diets with plenty of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats often live longer than those who eat processed, sugary, or fatty foods. Nutrition is linked with almost every part of health. A good diet keeps the heart strong, the brain sharp, the bones sturdy, and the immune system ready. Poor diet, on the other hand, leads to diabetes, heart disease, and weakness. Body weight also matters. Being extremely thin after 70 can signal frailty, while being very overweight can raise the risk of illness. The healthiest path is often somewhere in the middle, a stable weight supported by nutritious foods. One inspiring example comes from the island of Okinawa, Japan, home to some of the world's longest living people. Many Okinawans live beyond 90 or even 100. Their secret? A traditional diet rich in vegetables, tofu, fish, and small portions. They eat until they are about 80% full, a practice called harahachibu. This simple habit helps prevent overeating and keeps their bodies healthy. Another example is Mrs. Carter, an 85-year-old from the United States. After suffering from fatigue, her doctor recommended she add more colorful vegetables and lean protein to her meals. Within months, her energy returned. She lived another decade with vibrant health, crediting her rainbow plates for her longevity. The message is clear. What you put on your plate at 70 and beyond can add years to your life. Balance. Mindful eating is not just about avoiding illness. It's about fueling joy, energy, and strength for the years ahead. Clue 7. Resilience and adaptability. The hidden strength. The final clue that predicts how long you'll live after 70 is something less physical, but just as important. Resilience. This is the ability to bounce back from setbacks, adapt to changes, and keep moving forward even when life gets tough. Older adults who are resilient, who can adjust to losing loved ones, facing illness, or handling new challenges, often live longer than those who give up easily. Resilience is like an invisible shield that protects against the wear and tear of aging. Science shows that resilient people produce lower levels of stress hormones, maintain healthier immune systems, and recover faster from surgery or illness. They also tend to keep a sense of purpose in life, which itself is linked to longevity. Think about Mr. Ibrahim, a 78-year-old man from Egypt who lost his wife of 50 years. Instead of sinking into despair, he found comfort in teaching children at the local mosque. His new purpose gave him strength and community. He lived to 95, and many said his resilience inspired everyone around him. Resilience can be built at any age. It grows from faith, gratitude, hobbies, social ties, and a sense of meaning. Whether through prayer, volunteering, or learning new skills, resilient elders keep moving forward, and that forward motion often adds years to their lives. Wrapping up the 7 clues of longevity. So now we've uncovered the 7 science-backed clues that reveal your lifespan after 70. Walking speed. A fast pace signals strong health. Grip strength. Power in your hands reflects overall strength. Cognitive function. A sharp mind protects long life. Social connections. Friends and family keep you alive longer. Emotional outlook. Optimism is a shield against aging. Nutrition and body weight. Healthy eating fuels longevity. Resilience. Adaptability keeps life going strong. Each of these clues is like a piece of a puzzle. Alone, they give hints. Together, they paint a clearer picture of how many years you may live after 70. But the best part is this. These clues are not just signs of your future. They are also tools. You can improve them. You can walk a little faster, strengthen your grip, keep your mind sharp, connect with others, think positively, eat wisely, and build resilience. No matter your age, you have the power to add quality and years to your life. Aging is not just about counting years. It's about making those years count.